Good morning, everybody. We're going to do a special concert remembrance video today. I know we don't typically do videos on Thursdays, but I wanted to get this one out while the show was still fresh in my mind. Um, Tuesday night, I saw Graham Nash for the fifth time in a row, hence the title of the video, The Five Timers Club, at the Kaufman Center here in downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Um, Now, like um, like I had learned in the past, and I learned this the hard way. When my mom and I went to see Jackson Brown, I remember looking at the set list because I wanted to see what he would do. And I ruined the show for myself. And so I learned not to do that, not to look at the set list before the show. Now, the only song that I knew of that he would do, that Uncle Graham would do, was a rendition of Sweet Judy Blue Eyes to close the show. But we'll get to that momentarily. Now, he opened with, and you'll see this in the set list because I have a picture of the actual set list that I was given. My sister gave me that because she went with us. And he opened with Chicago. Now he didn't. He only played. I think he only played keyboards on one song. Um, because of his knee injury. He had broken both kneecaps. He told us he fell on the street in New York City where he lives. And so he was unable to play keyboards. And so it was kind of odd seeing him not play keyboards on songs that he would normally play keyboards on. But he opened with Chicago, and it was tremendous, of course. Um, and then he ran through rarity after rarity. And I had heard through other reviews of other stops along the way that he would do a lot of rarities. Or I had heard in an interview with Graham that to expect a lot of rarities, and he didn't disappoint. He also did one of my favorites, which I was not expecting to hear, from his and David's last duo record, Crosby and Nash, which, by the way, we will be reviewing on Saturday. A song called Milky Way Tonight, and I was expecting him to do it acoustically with no percussion or no band, which is how he did it on the record. On the record, it's just him and David and their guitars and a little light accompaniment. But he did a full band version of it, which was tremendous as well. And he also did a song from Wild Tale, from Songs for Beginners, which he dedicated to Rita Coolidge, the singer, which she had played the piano on the original version of a song called Better Days, which is another song that I was not expecting. And of course, he did the requisite Owl House, which he dedicated to Joni Mitchell, who he had talked about, you know, how her health had been precarious ever since her aneurysm a couple years ago, and he said that we almost lost her, which thank God we didn't. Um, and he also, on Better Days, um, he did play keyboards, I believe. He played organ, I think. Because from where we were sitting, I couldn't see where he was. Because although we were on the 7th row, um, and that's another thing. There is not a bad spot at the Kauffman Center. So if any of my local viewers, meaning here in Kansas City, have never seen a show at the Kauffman Center, you should. It's a tremendous venue. But more about that in a second. But he did 18 songs. And he also did Wasted on the Way and Teach Your Children and a tremendous version of Love the One You're With, which he invited us all to sing along with. And and then he closed with Find the Cost of Freedom and electrified version of Woodstock, which I was not expecting at all. And it was one of the best Graham shows that I have ever seen. And he had a small band, and what a small band they were. The only two that I can remember are Todd Caldwell, the keyboard player, who was the keyboard player in the Crosby, Stills and Nash band, and when CSN split, Graham inherited him for his solo band, but Todd also got his start in Uncle Steven's solo band, and the other one I can remember is Adam, which all the musicians were multi-instrumentalists. I mean, they did so good. I mean, the harmonies were so good as well. But the thing that I would like to point out is that during Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, the bass player got Stephen's bass parts down pat, because as you probably know, Stephen played every instrument except the drums on the first CSN record in '69. And so the bass player in Uncle Graham's band got Stephen's bass parts down cold. I mean, it was tremendous. And one thing, I was kind of surprised that Uncle Graham didn't do Cathedral. But and something my dad had said, he said that it was the perfect length for a concert, and I tend to agree. Because the concert started at 7:30, there was no opening act, and We got out of there at almost 9:30, I would say. And the venue itself is made out of is made out of lots of glass, and we had to take about 4 elevators to get to where we needed to be. We were supposed to be. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet Graham because my dad had thought that he had purchased the soundcheck package, but he didn't. Which in hindsight was kind of good because that would have taken a lot of mystery out of the set list for me. So I'm kind of glad that he didn't. But the package that he did purchase allowed us early access to the merchandise table. So I got a CD, we got about signed 4 posters, signed tour posters, a VIP pass, a tour t-shirt, and unfortunately, I didn't have my associate take a picture of the tour t-shirt. But I'm sure I'm going to be wearing it in videos so you can see what it looks like. But overall, it was just a tremendous night, and I was so happy to finally, be able to see Graham with a band, because I had never seen him with a Graham solo show with a band. I had never seen him play with a band by himself. But so if you haven't seen Graham's current solo tour, please do. And I'm talking about friends not only locally or subscribers not only locally but everywhere. If you haven't seen Graham's solo show, please do. It will just blow your mind. Blurb about Uncle Graham in the Kaufman Center pamphlet. A list of all the other times I've seen Graham. Photos by Christine Bauer, screen recording taken from Microsoft Word.